Can you actually believe that next month is December? Like, when did this year start? When did I even come back? It's just been 4 months and the year is over already. Anyway, guys, this is the last Q&A for the year for this YouTube channel. All the tea about what next you're going to be getting in this video. So please stick to the end so you can get all the juicy bits. We've not had a talk for a while. Today we're gonna be talking. Anyway, hi guys, and welcome back again to another beautiful video. It is your favorite baby girl, Mama Dyna Ekwueme, in the building. Today we're starting with YouTube because we always prioritize Instagram people first. This time around, let's start with the YouTube community questions. I definitely know that there are people who drop questions on YouTube as well as on Instagram. So if you're not following me on Instagram, follow so that your questions can get answered when you throw them. Anyway, let's stop rambling and get into it. The first question today is from Lesson World. Hello, Mama Dyna. I do not have a question, but I would like to say thank you for being a breath of fresh air on YouTube. You are relatable as a young woman, and I admire your resilience. I pray that one day when I land Petapa, which is Port Harcourt, I will meet you. Much love from your Zimbabwe fan in the UK. Mwah, mwah, mwah. How do you say much love in Zimbabwe? Not Zimbabwe, in Shona, right? Shona is a language, is a popular one in Zimbabwe. So yeah, let me know how you say that in Shona. Much love to you as well. Let me know. I know I have a lot of Zimbabwean watchers, but yeah. Hello, Mama Dyna. I would like to know, is being a housewife a good thing? Me and my Nigerian husband just had our first daughter, and I'm told I'll nurse her till she's 1 year of age. No work and etc. Now my husband wants another baby, so I can already tell I've started being a housewife already. Over time, if you've been following me for a long time, you know that certain things I've said in the past, especially when I was in my early 20s, the ideologies I had at the time, a lot of things have changed. I did an updated video on, something about, I did that video when I was in Saudi. I think it was the second to last video or the third to last video I made with a jacket, a black coat, before moving back to Nigeria, where I talked about this whole career mom thing, stay-at-home mom thing, things that you should actually, as a woman, discuss with your man before even starting this whole marriage journey. Because obviously, I've gained the experience of staying at home with kids over time, and I felt like I had a bit of advice to share to young girls. That said, is being a housewife a good thing? I would say it's one of the best decisions I ever made for my children in my 20s while I'm still young. It gave me the opportunity to be with them 24/7. It made me not miss any milestone. It made a whole lot of things balanced within our family unit. My husband has to go out, work, make the money, and I have to stay home, cater for the kids, their needs, everything about their development at this young age. It's an amazing thing. I mean, there are so many working moms, or would I say career moms, who would love this sort of privilege, even if they are not opportune, or even if they don't have the opportunity, or their circumstance doesn't, allow them that privilege. I know I'm blessed to be doing this, so I would never advise anybody not to take up the opportunity to stay home with their kids if they can. And if the finances from obviously your husband can cover you staying at home and supporting him, from home, staying with the kids and all of that. So is it a good thing? Definitely. The question now I have to throw at you is, if you guys do not have any conversation prior to this period, about staying home, if you're not even happy staying at home, because there are moms who love working. They don't like the stay-at-home business. They like balance, being able to go to work, be busy, support the family however they can financially, and still come home to cater for their kids. There are people who love that balance. So the question is, are you happy with the decision of staying at home? Is it what you want? Another question is, can your husband afford to cater for your needs and the kids' needs while you do this sacrifice of staying home? I mean, this whole staying at home business, I wouldn't lie, I'll come out blunt and tell you, is the sacrifice we women. When it comes to men and women, it's us that have to bear the whole thing of sacrificing either career, either the opportunity to actually put yourself out there to earn more for yourself or to build a career or whatsoever, you're the one making the sacrifice. So the question is, are you happy to do that? The number two question is, even if you're happy to do that, can your husband's finances cater for you, your child, the child that you have now, and the child that you intend on bringing to this world? Because it's all rosy and that until money becomes a problem, until the money he's sending is not enough, until you need certain things and the kids are now a priority, until certain frustrations, little frustrations, because finances can be, it has led to a lot of breakups and divorces and a whole lot of things. So the question is, if you think and if you know deep down that the sacrifices will be worth it, which I know is, when it comes to kids, it's definitely worth the sacrifice, but with your family unit, are you able to sustain yourself and sustain the kids with whatever your husband gives to you? If the answer is yes for both, then what are you waiting for? Stay at home, enjoy, live your baby girl lifestyle. Look for something to keep you busy when the kids are obviously entering school or of school age. Find something that you can work on, even if it's just part-time, to support yourself, whether it's online, work from home jobs, whatsoever you can do to keep busy and to still earn if you want to. Being a stay-at-home mom is not a do or die thing. At the same time, you have a choice in today's world to do that. You have a choice to work, unless your man is the type of man that doesn't just want that. Then I would say having the conversation before now should have been a priority, a necessity. And that's why we talk to young girls, or we advise young girls, if you want to enter this whole marriage thing, advise yourself. Talk to your man. What does he want? Does he want you working? Does he want you staying home? Talk. You have forever to stay with that person. So talking is very necessary. What's your plan for when your children grow up? Live, laugh, love, travel, flex, all the things I didn't get the chance to do in my 20s, all the things I still aspire to do deep down. I feel like my 40s, they will bang. Obviously not with the same energy, but I feel like my 40s, by the time I'm in my mid to late 40s, a whole lot of things would begin to make sense. For now, things are really blurry. Things don't really make sense. I'm just riding with the wave, but sincerely, I can't wait for my kids to grow up so I can do some of the things, some of the dreams I had outside of kids, so I can at least fulfill or just pursue them. Yeah? Love your channel. I'm your age mate and I have a son same age as your last born. That's Yagazie. He's 2 years old. I'm full-time working abroad and I'm not enjoying motherhood because I find it difficult to spend the whole day playing with my son and not being able to do anything for myself or have peace and quiet on my days off. How did you cope in Saudi? Was I coping? You know, these days I sometimes I just go through my old videos, all those videos I used to do in Saudi, all those day in the life, and fam. I looked really tired most of the time. I looked exhausted, and funny enough, at the time I was just surviving. I was just going with the flow, and I thought I was really glowing at the time. I thought I was doing it all. I thought I was keeping up. My dear, I don't know how you cope. You just have to find the things that you love around the time. Like for me, I did the whole routine thing. There was eating time, there was sleeping time, there was learning time. I made sure all three of my kids were in a routine so I could do things in between and I could walk around my husband. My own was worse that I wasn't working. You get to go out, see people, interact with people. I wasn't doing any of that. So I was not only walking around my children or doing things around my children, I was also doing things around my husband. So yeah, you just have to find what works for you and your own family unit and find ways to incorporate self-care and me time. Talk to your spouse, talk to your partner. I don't know if you have a supportive partner, because if you don't get supportive partner, that's another craze entirely. If you're doing it all alone or if you're a single mom, it's a different madness altogether. But all I can promise you is it gets better. Like the time we moved newly, Jesus Christ, It was so bad that some days I could just like, I'll just be irritated, like lack of sleep, lack of, just always tired and burnt out. Like I was always tired. But as time went on, I found the routine. Things got better. Kids started sleeping. I know it can feel frustrating, you know, at some stage, especially newborn or toddlerhood farm. But it gets better with time. That's all I can promise you. It doesn't stay like that forever. So just find a way around your child, find a way around your work, just find a way. And if you can, communicate how much me time and self-care you need with your partner, if you do have one. And yeah, you are among the strong women on YouTube that I admire so much. As a woman who gave birth back to back, what's your advice for new couples like us? Is this something we should do or we should abort mission? Obviously, when I was in the heat of the back-to-back, I used to say, do not do this. Don't do this. Don't try this. That was when I didn't have help. I didn't have support. I didn't have anything like that. I was doing it all alone, like especially in Saudi when it was like so overwhelming for me. I was like, don't try this. Don't do this. In fact, don't do this abroad. We have to be specific. Don't try this abroad. It's a madness. It's a madness, especially in the world of today where, yeah, crazy. But all I can say is now being back here in Nigeria with support, with family, with everything I need. If I need help, if I communicate my need. My kids have uncles that are coming every other weekend. My mom is not far off. We have a nanny. Life is easy. They go to school for at least 6 hours a day. Life is definitely easy. So I would say if you have no support, do not try it. It's sweet though. See, now I'm enjoying the whole back-to-back thing because it's so amazing watching them grow, watching them play together, watching them fight together, watching them emulate themselves. Like there's never a dulling time. If one person is asleep, two people are wrecking the whole house. Like I love it. I'm beginning to enjoy that I had 3 kids back to back. Like, yeah. But the aspect of support has to be stressed. Like, it has to be stressed. You have to have people. You have to have a village. If you don't have a village, don't try this. If you're just doing it all, do not try this. It's not going to be a child's play. There are people who are doing it though. There are people abroad who are having 3 kids back to back. I've seen people commenting on my videos, 4 kids back to back, alone abroad. Go and ask them how they survived. But I'm telling you, sister, in the world of today, with a whole lot, it's not going to be fun. We're just going to be mixing both Instagram and YouTube questions. So moving on to Instagram. Would you recommend people to move to PH with their family based on your experience? Definitely, definitely. I feel like Port Harcourt City here in Nigeria is like a mix of Lagos and Abuja. Like, I don't know how to explain. There is a balance. It's family oriented, it's business oriented. You're not getting the loudness of Lagos and you're not getting the expenses you get in Abuja, or yeah, it's just in the middle. If you're looking for that perfect balance for family, work, business, chill lifestyle, still getting the benefits of a big city, Port Harcourt is the best. It's the best. Like, yeah, that's all I can say. So I recommend you moving to PH with your family. Any chance for another YouTube masterclass? Unfortunately, this year, there's no more masterclass this year. The next masterclass will be early next year, either March or April next year. So, yeah. Will you advise anyone to relocate to Nigeria with the present socio-economic change? Yes. Why? Because it's everywhere. You go to UK, they are facing cost of living crisis. You go to Canada, bees won't keep people. You go to the US, same thing. Everywhere in the world, aside the Middle East is bearable because most of the Middle Eastern countries like Saudi, Dubai, income tax is not as crazy as some of these Western economies and European countries. So it's bearable. But if you're asking about socio-economic change, it's a worldwide thing. So why would I discourage anyone from moving back to Nigeria, especially if it's you escaping a lot of things happening in the West? actually, if you ask me, this is the best time to relocate to Nigeria. This is actually the best time. And I know that people will fight me in the comments. People will say that, hey, everybody is leaving the country. This country is finished. This country is dead. Go to the comment section of people living in the UK. I mean, British people who have British YouTube channels. Look at the citizens. Look at most of those people that are going through the cost of living crisis. You still see people say they are leaving the UK, they are running to Australia. You go to Australia, people in Australia, they are complaining. Things are ridiculously high. The prices of the citizens. I'm not talking about migrants, citizens. So it's everywhere. You choose your heart. You choose in the world of today. In fact, I would encourage people to come home, especially if you're Nigerian, or you have Nigerian ancestry, or if you're African, or if you have African, ancestry or bloodline. Come home. This is the best time with all the madness going on in the world. This is the best time to move to Nigeria. At least everybody is finding their ways to navigate through the hardship, the global hardship, would I say. Things are kind of bearable in Africa if you have a plan, if you have small change that you can use to set up something, if you just put your head down and live below your means or within your means. I feel like now is actually the best time to jabada, to move back to Nigeria. Join us in this struggle. I feel like with time, things will get better. No stone me. If you stone me, if you stone me, if you stone me. Jokes aside, it's a choice. It's a choice thing. It's a choice thing. I would never discourage. In fact, I will promote you moving back to Nigeria. I've always promoted staying home. I've always been pro home. Like, if you've watched this YouTube channel for 7 years now, I'm pro Nigeria. This whole channel, my existence is the Nigerianness of it all. So why should I discourage you from jabadaing? Why? Why should I do that? Why? I'm not the right person to even be asking this question because you already know the response. Do you plan on traveling out of Nigeria again? Definitely. For vacay. Not anytime soon though. Let's understand this economy. Let's understand this country now, because we just arrived. I just arrived. Okay? Why did you choose to buy a Nigerian used car over a Tokumbo car? Don't you know what's going on in this country? Don't you know? Anyway, I explained this in my video where I talked about, the drive with me video that I did. The cost of cars now is almost equivalent to real estate. So why would I use the money I should use to buy land, to buy a new car? New car that is a liability. New car that cannot make me money over time. That will be fueling and fueling, repairing and repairing. Why? Why? In the present economy, if I wanted to get this same car, the new one or the Tokumbo one, I wouldn't spend anything less than 8 to 12 million or even 15 million, depending on the model of the car. Like, why would I do that, sister? Why? Anyway, how are you coping without your gallbladder? Any discomfort? Seriously, I just started realizing that I don't have a gallbladder since moving back to Nigeria because, fam, Nigeria has we eat a lot of oily, everything is small chops, everything is fried, a lot of things, a lot of good foods. Have fry, have oil. So in Saudi, I wasn't really conscious about it. Or would I say I didn't have any serious or major discomfort? Now, there was one day I went out. I ate small chops, Hey, this thing, it doesn't give you signal that it doesn't give you signal that diarrhea is coming. Find the nearest exit and exit it from your body and expunge it and expel it from your body. It doesn't give you any signal. You just... So my dear, I have to make conscious effort. When I go out, I don't... Anything fry, don't give me. I'm not interested. I don't want to be shamed. I cannot be shamed. I don't want to be disgraced. My village people cannot get me. No. There was a day, I think it was that time I went to Ikoku to do my cutting. I was hungry. The whole day I didn't eat. I said, let me buy fish pie. I saw one nice fish pie. I couldn't resist. I bought this fish pie. Otoro. The way I ran to Access Bank, they would think that maybe I'm coming there to come and collect one kind heavy. They thought I was coming to come and deposit one kind. I said, security, open this door. Open this door. They were like, madam. I said, I don't. just open. Immediately I enter, I said, oh God, please, where is your toilet? I need to. Hator. Ne. Since that day, never again. I cannot try anything small chops out. Anything small chops I buy, come to my house and eat, so that if I eat it, see my room, see toilet. So, my dear, anything fry. Now, maybe it's even what's helping me lose weight, eat healthy, eat more fruits, eat more balanced diet, do this whole gym thing. Like, I feel like I'm living more healthy here in Nigeria than when I was in Saudi. But the consciousness has been peak. It's been peak levels. Consciousness that I don't have a gallbladder is been peak since I moved back. So yeah. As a stay-at-home mom, what do you advise I do to earn money? Do anything that you can do at home. We're in 2024. There are loads of things you can do at home. You literally can open an Instagram for any sort of thing that you want to advertise. You can open a Facebook page for any sort of value you want to share to the world. There is no excuse in 2024 not to be online. Even if you're an introvert, even if you don't want to show your face, you don't want to show your family, people are making money on a daily without just advertising products, advertising their value. You can rent a 3-bedroom apartment, use one of the rooms to either set up a makeup studio, a filming studio, anything. Like, there is absolutely no excuse. So long as you have the money to watch me on YouTube, it means that you have money to pay for data. So instead of watching others be great and contributing to other people's life, making other people money, invest the same thing into yourself and see how far you will go. No excuse. No excuse. Stay-at-home moms are the ones even winning these days. Many stay-at-home moms are millionaires, are billionaires, are doing wonders, just staying at home and running businesses. So my dear, find what you know you can do. Handwork, whether it's sewing, whether it's designing, painting, whatever it is. You have a phone, you have a camera. Even if you don't have a camera, get a good phone with a good image quality. Put your products online. Learn basic editing, how to cut and join videos, put music. That's all you need to know. And you're well on your way to be seeing small change on the side. Watch courses, watch free YouTube videos on the specific skill that everything is online. Everything has gone digital now. So there is no excuse. Don't wait for somebody to come and tell you, this is your handwork. This is akarakage. This is, you know what you're capable of. Go online. If you say that the only thing I'm good at is cho, I can only talk. Go online and learn how to motivate people. Learn how to talk to people. A therapist is not cho people. Don't they just sit down and listen to people? Get certification on how to become a therapist, how to listen to people, how to learn how to talk to people, public speaking, time management. Nothing's there for this life to make money of. Stop making excuses. Stop looking for who will give you the zeal or the ginger. Everything is on here, on that phone you're holding. How are you coping after your pregnancy loss? I hope you are fine. It's been hard for me. For me, the way I cope with losses, or the way I cope with, people are different. Once in a while, things hit me. Sometimes I get epiphany and I get all emotional. I cry it out, like, privately. But in the moment of things, in the heat of things, I try to not fixate on that thing. If not, I'll be depressed. If not, I'll shut down. If not, it will affect everyone around me. So I've learned to just fix my thoughts and everything I'm doing on my kids. Since I came back, I don't know if it's trauma response or response from the pregnancy. There are so many things I'm so critical of. Like, I don't even let my nanny do a whole lot of things. I go out with my kids all the time. Before, I used to tell my mom, pick up, drop off. I used to take a lot of things for granted before we left for Saudi. But since I moved back and since I lost my baby, I don't joke with my children. I do, like, call me, what is it? I'm there. If it's housework, no problem. Domestic work, the nanny can help. When it comes to my kids, I don't play. 24/7. If they are not in school, they are with me. That's the way I've been coping. Like, I don't know if it's healthy. I don't know if it's normal. But I've just been over-fixated on my 3 kids. Nothing else. It's becoming addictive. But, at least I'm not sitting down wallowing or thinking about, and tried keeping busy. I've tried doing things outside of the things I used to do. I've tried creating things on the side just not to think of loss, not to think of, oh, there's a missing picture or there's something that isn't here. And that's the way I cope with loss generally. I just want to forget. Even if later, like I said, an epiphany hits, like, actually, you're meant to have 4 kids. I get emotional, cry it out, just a few hours, and I fight myself. Like, if it comes to self-discipline and a whole lot, I feel like as a person, I don't know if this stems from childhood or if it's a response of childhood trauma, but I tend to, if I'm dealing with loss of whatsoever, anything whatsoever, anything I've chosen to uproot from my life or life has chosen to remove that thing from my life, the only best way I deal with it is to carry on like it never happened. Like, it's the way I cope. And with time, over time, it just naturally fades. And it's been the way I've been, like, yeah. I don't know if that's a good thing or a bad thing, but if it looks like I don't talk about this or I don't constantly bring it on the channel, it's because I don't want to. I've chosen to not talk about it, not remember it, just fixate on the present, and that's the way I'm coping. That's the way I've chosen to cope. So yeah, no question, just want to say I love how real you are. Mwah. Which means, how do you tell your family that you are in a relationship? I don't know if this is the conservative me or if it's the Nigerianness. I don't know what this is. Why should I or why would I tell my family that I'm in a relationship? Why? I mean, don't get me wrong, times have changed, but I feel like certain aspects of my life, they are still kind of archaic. I wouldn't tell my family anything about relationship unless it's a husband that I'm bringing to them. I just cannot do that. So if we break up, what happens? And I get into another relationship, I have to come back and tell them, hey, my new guy, you, sorry, you, the other investment, it no work. Why? If it's not coming to pay my bride price, why am I introducing the person to my family? Unless that's the case of husband, that's the day he's coming to officially tell your parents. This is a bit traditional. Officially coming to tell your parents that he's interested in you. Why would I tell my family that I'm in a relationship? I just can't. I just can't. Things will change with the relationship I have with my daughter, of course. I would make it different if I can. At least, even if you don't want to talk to your father, come talk to me. So that, yeah, I know certain aspects of what's happening with you and all of that. But unless I'm 100% certain that this is it, this is marriage, why would I do that? I don't know. Let me know in the comment section, or you guys can advise her. How do you tell your family that you're in a relationship? And what happens if that one doesn't work and you still have to introduce them to your new guy? Like, I need to know how you guys do it. Maybe I'm just a bit old-fashioned. I don't know. Let's get the comments rolling. What made you strong after losing your child and you had to take care of the other kids too? Mentally, I don't know. I don't know. Maybe because of the way things happened around the time it happened. I feel like I'm grateful that that happened around the time I was japa dying. So there was a whole lot of distractions, a whole lot of busyness in my life around that time. So it wasn't until we came back and things settled that it dawned on me that, look, oh, you haven't mourned the loss of this pregnancy. And then a flood of emotions for almost a week. Almost a week I was down. But then I just picked myself up and I don't know what made me strong. Nigeria. Knowing that my husband is not around, it's just me and the kids, you have no option. Like, who, if you're not going to do it, why did you come back? Who did you come back to leave your kids with? So when you have no option, the only option is strength. You just have to be strong for the kids. So yeah, you can't be depressed and toddlers, not 8, 10, 11, 12-year-old toddlers or babies that don't even know what you're going through. You're crying. What do you expect? Oh, come and ask you, mommy, I want biscuit. I want juice. I want lollipop. You clean that your tears and attend to them. If you now choose to go back to being depressed, is your choice. You just have no choice. For me, I think that I didn't have any option because it was just me and the kids. So yeah, I just had to forge ahead. But I don't know what made me strong. Lack of options made me strong. Lack of options made me strong. Like, there wasn't any choice not to be strong. So strength was the only thing I had at the time. Do you have any single bachelor? We have, but I don't know if they are ready for marriage. We have single bachelors in my family. We have, but I don't know. I don't know. I don't know if they are ready for marriage. I don't know if they're ready for marriage. Have you guys started any family traditions? I just arrive. 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 It's just been 4 months. The only tradition I've managed to keep, I don't know if I should call that a tradition, is the whole homeschooling thing, which we started in Saudi. The kids very much still enjoy it, so I have no choice. Whenever we're doing their homeworks or whatsoever, I still bought extra books. Like, every day I go out, I try to get extra books for them and all of that. We still do that. Some of them I share on Instagram. Yeah, so we still do homeschooling. I feel like that's the special bond I've had with my kids. And the thing is, they totally enjoy it. Some days, like weekends when they don't go to school, they'll come and carry all the books, drop in the parlor, carry their school bags, drop in the parlor, call me, mommy, it's time for assignment. Assignment. That's the way they say it, assignment. And we'll sit there for at least 1 hour just going through different things and all of that. But that's the only serious thing I feel like we enjoy doing together. Also, I like taking them on short drives. Like, during the weekend, if I'm doing small things here and there, I take everybody. No nanny, just me and the kids. We do that a lot. Most Saturdays and Sundays, we do that a lot. But yeah, aside from that, there isn't anything serious yet in these 4 months. If you had the opportunity to relocate anywhere in the world, where will it be besides Saudi and Nigeria? I would say New Zealand or Australia or Japan. These 3 countries. Singapore as well. Singapore, Japan, New Zealand, or Australia. These 4, top 4, favorite. Dream 4. If I can enter one, even if it's for vacation, I'll be so happy. I love you, Dyna. Mwah, mwah, mwah. Hi, Dyna. What are your 2025 goals? Love from Jamaica. In this Tinubu economy, people see they get goals. You get gold. You get gold, you'll be shocked. 2025, let's enter first. The goal is to stay alive and to survive. To survive 2024 and to stay alive in 2025. That will be my highest achievement. Hi, Dyna. I love how well you're doing right now. How did you manage to get your feet on ground after Jabada? I didn't leave the country for 15 years, 20 years, 30 years. It wasn't even up to 2 years. So it was like I barely left. So why should... The only thing, like I said, that shocked me was just the prices of things. Nigeria was still Nigeria. Like, I was yearning to come back home. Like, I wanted to be home. So moving back and just getting back into routine and doing things wasn't a problem. It wasn't up to 2 years now. This November, if we were still in Saudi, November will make it 2 years of staying there. So it wasn't up to 2 years. So there wasn't any major shock or cultural shock, I would say, that I've experienced since moving back. Do you plan to visit hubby anytime soon with the kids, or does he plan to visit instead? Which would be okay? I feel like both. In a year, we should be able to go visit and he should be able to come. But so far, we haven't had any major plans. I don't know if I mentioned to you guys, my first Q&A, I did share with you guys that we actually came back on a return ticket, right? We're meant to go back on the 16th of November. Today is what? Today is actually the 15th. So tomorrow, we're actually meant to be in Saudi tomorrow. But because of, like I mentioned, the started school, things changed. Like, within a month, the summer camp, they went, a lot of things just went 360. So we're like, let them continue here. What's the point of going back to Saudi and just leaving them indoors? And Yeah, so we just decided that if we're seeing major changes, let the kids just continue with school. But our Ikama is still active. I mean, if we were to return to Saudi today, we don't need to go to Abuja to renew a whole visa, to do the whole visa processing thing again. We have permanent Ikamas that probably expires December, which he just has to renew for us to remain in Saudi. So yeah, the sacrifice that we're making, I mean, on my end, at my husband's end, is for these kids to just develop at this stage. And most of you, like, every time I get on Instagram, how everyone has changed. Their aura, their personality, the way they behave, everyone is so social, so lively, so happy. Everything has massively improved. Their speech, their communication, the effort that Somjachi makes to speak. Oh my God, tremendous. So why should we go and still lock them up with no social life and all? That would be cruel on them. Even if it's hurting us, I mean me and my husband, when it comes to actually being together as a family, the benefits of the kids going to school and having a social life actually outweighs us staying all together in Saudi, and then there's no much improvement, with them. The ega natural, is it for us? It's not for us. We've lived, we've done everything. We've gone through education, we've gone through school, we've become better human beings. If we do all that and then our kids reap no benefits, I mean, where's the legacy? Where is it? So yeah, I'm just going to round up because this video is long. Let me just quickly round up with some of the questions in the community area. I like the way I'm seeing you now. Please stay small before you go back. I know couples are supposed to stay together. Let him come to see you and the children. That's actually the plan. We go visit him. He comes here to see us. It's not going to be an easy ride. Like I'm just even so far. 4 months is looking like 2 years. But yeah, that's actually the plan. You're such a beautiful woman. I love how you carry yourself, making it easy for you and how you're really feeling now. As a woman, my question is, are you now staying in Nigeria permanently, or you can still japa in future? If there's an opportunity for the kids, definitely. For now, we're permanently in Nigeria. Are you going to Saudi Arabia again to stay with your family? Yes, I'm going to Saudi Arabia with my kids sometime soon to visit my husband. Okay, this going to Saudi, we will enter Saudi, but not this year. Not this year. I've been telling you people, not this year. I think I'll take this last one and then, yeah, we'll wrap up. How are you dealing with the loss of your pregnancy? You don't talk about it very much. I think I've talked about this. Whatever you want to move on from, you just don't talk about. Whatever you want to just forge ahead from, just forget, I would say. You don't actually acknowledge its existence. I know it's cruel to say that. I know it can, yeah, it comes off as harsh, but that's the only way to stay mentally strong. If not, I'll just be in a depressive state, fixated on the loss, not moving on from it, and just wallowing in, self-guilt. And yeah, I'm hard on myself most times. And I've realized that I'm even harder on myself since becoming a mother. There are some decisions within me that I have to make to just stay focused, to stay disciplined, to cater for my kids. Uneasy choices, but such is life. It's not just with motherhood, it's with everything, every aspect of your life. But yeah, let's not just end this video sad and emotional. Thank you so much for watching. I would love to know what you thought about this particular video. Give it a massive thumbs up, subscribe down below, and hopefully I'll see you guys in my next video. For now, bye bye.